Welcome back, folks and friends. Connecting Dots here. Today's date is Wednesday, January 21st, 2015. Now, before I get into this video, and I've already got it loaded up here, that's Glenn from Hell Wars. Many of you know, if you've been watching me for a long time, I don't make shout-out videos to anyone, okay? In fact, if you've been watching me since 2009, you may recall how I've been screwed over on 2 different occasions. Every time I joined up with a gentleman from YouTube, pretending to be part of the conspiracy world, has turned out to be nothing but a shill. My 2 biggest ones, I guess, would be JSNIP4 and was it Zanky 470, 410, whatever. It's very evident. This is part of the reason why here I said, you know, 2015, the gloves are off. It's a video I made up here roughly a week ago, this one here, and I said, watch out, the gloves are off. I'm going after all these corrupt people on YouTube because it's become very apparent that YouTube, although they're quick to get rid of your video because you may have said a bad word about something and it's considered defamation, so they pull the video. Also, YouTube's very, very quick if you happen to say the Jew word. You know, sorry, you should have said Roman Catholic or Muslim, but you used the Jew word, so we're getting rid of your video. And I'm sick and fucking tired of that shit. Basically, I've been mentioning here how there's nothing but censorship and bullshit on Google. I've been out here for a long time. Uploaded videos every single day from, what was it, October to 2009 to roughly, I guess it was June 2011 when I went across Canada doing the radiation tour to do radiation monitoring because I'd found out that our Canadian government had turned off the 5 Geiger counters on the tops of the buildings in Vancouver. Our first line of defense was turned off 4 days before the plume of radiation hit Canada. So yeah, in June 2011 I went across, and that was the last time I was pumping videos out every single day. But I'd already noticed by then that we had a major problem, and that's why I said, watch out, the gloves are off. I'm going after every single one of these lying, corrupt mother tuckers. I'm sick and tired of it, and if you're not interested, move along. Go see someone else. You know, this is one of the things here Glenn's saying. Fuck off if you're going to keep repeating the same bullshit, if you're going to come in my videos and telling me it's the end of time, the prophecy, the Nibiru, the bullshit. You know, this is the same thing that Paul Begley talks about. Every single time that something's going to happen, it's the prophecy. It's the end of times. It's this. Folks, I'm sorry, but, you know, although I started pumping videos in 2009, I was actually coming to YouTube back in 2007, 2008, and I was hearing the same bullshit back then. Nibiru's coming in, it's the end of the world, and you better side yourself up with God, and He's the only one that's going to save you with this Nibiru. You know, same thing with Comet Ison, and just one comet after another. I mean, honestly, and anyone paying attention? Even with the web bots, the same bullshit. Watch out, there's going to be a major event 2 fucking summers in a row. Where's web bots now? Does anyone even listen to them? Of course not, because they blew a hole right through the bullshit because all they did was promote fear and bullshit. So many of them here, unfortunately, have become popular with their bullshit, and I like the fact that I'm busting Fair Energy Wins because they're connected with Alex Jones and Democracy Now! I mean, watch out. I know a lot of you love Democracy Now!, but like I said, everyone's going to get bitch slapped in 2015 here. Not physically slapped. I don't promote violence. I'm actually going to take my keyboard and upload some videos and show how these people are all absolutely corrupt. So Fair Energy Wins. I'm not sure if you caught that video, but what can I say? More and more people have figured this out. Busted. Fukushima fraud and liars. Energy News. Go watch the video. It's very well connected there. You'll get to hear how in 2011 when Fairwinds Energy guy, what's his name, Arnie Gunderson, went on CNN and he was asked, should Americans be concerned over the fact that they are breathing in the city of Seattle? There was results there from air sampling for 60 days, and it had found that people in Seattle during 2011, after the meltdown, were breathing in 5 of these hot radioactive particles per day. So Arnie was asked on CNN, is this something Americans should be concerned about? He didn't say fucking yes. He lied. So for him to be promoted by these 2-faced sons of bitches, I don't think so. I'm so fucking done with these guys. Like I said, I am done. And 2015, the gloves are off. So anybody who wants to stick around with the bullshit club, go ahead. I've got to give Glenn, a big thumbs up here because, and I'll get into that video because it ties into the anger thing that many people saying, oh, you're angry, da-da-da-da, and bullying and all that bullshit. I'll get into that in a second. But I just want to point out here that the recommended channels here, look at that. That's part of your Dabu 7, your Mike Maloney. Look, I've been busting Mike Maloney here, how he's connected to Max Kaiser, RT News. Like I said, it's the Scam Circle Jerk Club. Remember that. I'm going to keep using that term because they really do circle jerk each other with their corruption. It's about keeping you fucking stupid, dumbed down. How is it that a guy like myself who's got no high school diploma, I can predict the September 2008 stock market crash 6 months before it happened? I called my mother the day before in Mexico on the beach. I said, are you ready? You wouldn't listen to your son. You're going to lose your money tomorrow. $127,000 she lost the next day. So you'll never find people like Alex Jones and the rest of the people on YouTube are pretending to be great big conspiracy researchers. They're not. And I'm going to get into that because that's what Glenn is giving the thumbs up, the finger up about, is he's disgusted. And so am I. When we have YouTube here who will absolutely censor me, and I'm not sure if you caught those videos, but it's very evident even your thumbs up are disappearing. I made a video about that. Boy, oh boy, did people ever chime in. Thank you very much. Your thumbs up are vanishing. Many of you have caught on. YouTube is corrupt. It's owned by the New World Order, Google. It's the same thing as the two ex-employees who left the business back in, when was that? 2001, 2000, I can't remember the exact year, 2003, 2001, and they'd already warned that they were actually going to make a movie telling you, watch out, Google's going to be controlling the world in the future. Well, it's pretty evident. How many other search engines are popular? How many other search engines are launching their own satellite to cover a larger area in Africa, of all things? Anyway, sorry, I'm digressing a little bit. What's important is that we have fake truthers here that can't do their proper work, and they're promoted on YouTube. The fearmongers like Dabu 7, okay? What can I say, folks? Chili D-Dog, look at this is actually Don Harold right there. That's his face. Don's been hit so much with my videos, he actually had to change the name of his YouTube channel. It went from the Day Trader Show to the Chili D Show. Same guy, same thing. Don't worry about it. I'll still be busting the corruption. And here we go again. Look at these people. Remember who they are, because this is what goes on here on YouTube. You see the same people repeated back and forth. It's a circle jerk of corruption, and don't forget that. I'm absolutely 100% correct in what I'm saying, and it's only by you paying attention to what's going on and what these talking figures say, you'll be able to figure it out for yourself. It's all about fear-mongering, even Gordon Duff. So David Icke, I don't know if you know this fellow, but yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious when David Icke is actually on Alex Jones' show, and I'm like, whoa, thanks for painting your true colors, guy. So if you don't know this guy, basically he's another conspiracy researcher. He's not a researcher, he's a New World Order agent out there to basically gain control of anyone's interested in enlightenment, to bring you down the path of stupidity. Okay? Stuck on stupid. This is it, folks. So David Icke is one of those guys. That's his concept is that everyone that's leading our country are the elitists here, like the Queen, Bush, Obama. They are reptilians. They're lizards. They're shape shifters. Okay, so I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, but when I hear this stuff, I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? So if you're dumb enough to listen to this bullshit, I'm going to tell you the same thing as Glenn. You might as well fuck off and go somewhere else, because honestly, I'm not part of that stupidity gang, okay? I'm not saying I get everything 100% correct, but I'm smart enough to know that the people in power are not shape-shifting aliens. So Glenn's gotten upset here because he's realized that the alternative news, the conspiracy club here on YouTube, is corrupt, and they are all stuck on stupid. And I'll leave a link here so you can go watch it, but basically I'll wrap it up in a couple of words here. He's pointing out how they're all stuck on Sandy Hook. I mean, they can't progress on. He says he's connected Sandy Hook with the CIA. I don't know, haven't seen that video. I don't watch many other videos anymore, unfortunately. I'm kind of busy with my own thing right now. But I do know that he makes different videos. I can see it by the titles when I sign in, and I know that the other conspiracy retards that he's talking about, and that I've talked about this summer, have been stuck on Sandy Hook. They are stuck on stupid. So they're not progressing, and right down to the shooting over in France. I mean, I read, I think, the first 3 or 4 news articles that came out. I'm like, hold on a second. One lady called the police because she saw a man with what looked like a gun hanging out of his duffel bag. She wasn't sure if it was a handgun or a rifle. I'm like, oh yeah? Really? The guy's going in to shoot and he has the guns hanging out of his duffel bag? But you don't know if it's a gun or a rifle. Well, of course, because they're the same size, and obviously if it was a handgun it would be hanging out of the duffel bag as much as it was a rifle. I'm like, holy fuck. And what's sad about this is you actually read the story. It says how the police had actually approached the gentleman but let him go because they figured there was nothing wrong, and then minutes later there's a shooting. And we had a story here from a gentleman who was walking out of the coffee shop, and he happened to work at the TV station up there, and again, him too, he says the same story. Oh, the guy bumped into me right before he walked into the coffee shop, looked at me with the evil eye and said, do you want to die too? Oh yeah, okay, you're about to do a shooting in a coffee shop and you're now having your guns hanging out of your duffel bag and you're threatening people on the way in. So yeah, they are stuck on stupid. Glenn's pointing it out, and I'm thankful that I'm not part of that gang. So there's going to be a change up here. I said 2014 was the beginning of the changing on YouTube, because there's many of you that are going to line up with people that are intelligent, that have a track record of being able to predict things and call it before it happens, versus the rest of the disinformation club here that I've got posted here, okay? They all tie back up to RT News. Many of these people that you know have already been featured on RT News. CNN Larry King quit his show on Larry King Live and brought it over to CNN. Then recently here we had another lady from CNN, from RT News, who quit CNN when there was that whole Ukraine bullshit going on, and she said, no, you're anti-American and I'm going over to CNN or whatever. She went on to another TV station, one of the mainstream new ones, and I made a video pointing out, I'm like, what? She just learned that RT News is corrupt now? That's part of the Russian government? Like, what the fuck? Did she not hear how there's been over 300 independent journalists have been killed? I think it's in the last 7 years or 8 years. I'd have to go look that video up again to get you the exact numbers, but that's how many independent journalists have died in Russia. RT News is never going to talk about that, okay? RT News is the New World Order. Their agenda, the way they get you suckered in, is they put up their bad boy to talk about their other bad boys. So in this case here, they have the shadow government in the United States that's dragging the thing right through the bullshit to collapse the U.S. and take the jobs overseas. Then we have RT News coming in here to tell you, no, Obama's this and he's bad and they're bad and the U.S. has been doing this and blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, RT News won't even turn the camera on their own selves and take a look what's going on in their own country. So many of you realize here the gang is corrupt, and I'm not stuck on stupid, and it doesn't seem like Glenn is. Is this an official shout-out? I don't know. Like I said, I'll start paying a little more attention to him. My big thing is that I don't like when conspiracy researchers put up any of the Illuminati logos, even though he has a red bar through it. I learned years back that if you're going to be talking about the Illuminati and making videos on them and stuff, the last thing you want to do is start promoting their symbols on your site. So possibly Glenn and I don't see eye to eye on that one, but what can I say? That's we all have different ways of looking at things, and I kind of look at it, if it was a biker gang, and why would I want to put the biker gang emblem on my channel? I would rather have my own emblem, right? Anyways, to each his own. You'll never be alone. Other than that, Glenn's doing a good job here of pointing out that they are stuck on stupid, and nobody wants to actually move on and talk about direct democracy. Where is that talk? There is none. As I said, it's a promise I've made here. I will start talking about something that will free all of humanity, something that all of our governments will never talk about, because our governments are controlled by corporations. They have their players sitting on our government, and they play it the way they want. Okay, that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed the information. Have a good day, folks.